on regular PO. Why didn't I go with sideboard cat? Because I didn't think it was worth it. I was gonna have sideboard cat for dredge, but I actually found that I would rather just be tinkering for like blightsteel against dredge. I wasn't like super thrilled with it, so I decided I just cut it. Last vintage challenge was 328, where they played 4-color control. Bug. Baka style. Who knows? Probably a cat. Yep. Yes, a good hand. I wonder if we're scrolling for a force of will here. I don't think so. I think it's more important to resolve top than it is to resolve scroll, so I'm going to sequence it as the second so it doesn't get trapped. We could just not cast scroll. It's getting missteps. That would suck. I guess that makes us lean towards ancestral heavier, right? I'm thinking we're just probably scrolling for ancestral. This person likes to play bug. I wonder if they're on Lurrus bug. Force my top. Wow. Scroll is only in white border besides the foil edition. Kind of hard to find the foil edition. Okay. Surprised that they forced my top, I guess, but I am just gonna scroll for an ancestral. I could scroll for a force, but I can't cast my Narset or my PO yet, so it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like, trying to bank on being able to cast either of those next turn, I don't think that's like a worthwhile investment. Could be wrong though. See what opponent does here. Forcing my top is like really aggressive. It makes me think they might have like another force or something. Like if they knew my hand, they wouldn't force top, right? Or maybe they would. Vamp on your upkeep? On your main phase? Does that mean you have probe? Vamp for Lotus, probe, draw Lotus? I assume. Yeah, okay. Alright, so they're gonna play a Lurrus this turn, but they only have 3 cards in hand after that, and we have like 3 really powerful cards in hand. Lurrus does make my Narset a lot worse, that's for sure. I have no strong disagreement with the white bordered scroll, so definitely not a 9-ticket disagreement with the white bordered scroll. If you put a foil card into your Moto Shuffler, you know, it might be cheating, who knows. Come on! Why? Fucking real life. Oh, chat. Holy crap. Opponent's a powerful wizard. Still don't understand why they forced my top here. Isn't it like more important to protect their own plays than to be forcing my top? I don't know. Super weird. I bought this for like 5 tickets. Actually, Cho gave me one, and then I bought the other two. Hmm. I got some options here. We could like go for an academy. Maybe. Trying to figure out if I want a vampiric before I cast ancestral. I think like putting an academy on top makes the most sense, because that way if my recall gets forced on the next turn, I still get to do like academy PO, academy Narset, like academy Narset, maybe PO after if you find like enough stuff off it. I think that makes the most sense. I don't really think you want to ancestral on the upkeep, just because like your plans can change so much based on whatever card you're putting on your draw, whatever card you draw for the turn. Like if we drew a mana crypt there, we probably would just PO, right? I assume opponent drew another force of will off of their ancestral nonsense, so we're probably just dead, right? Yeah, of course. Why not? Real. Yeah. Opponent's draw looks like it was a little bit stronger than ours. Even with them throwing away a force on a top for some reason. Even with opponent throwing away a force on a top for some reason, it still looks like they had a stronger draw than us. We still have a chance here. Opponent's deck doesn't have that much more counters left in their deck, so we've got some options here. I don't even know if you were ghosting if you would counter a top. You like Sapphire over Academy. Maybe. Maybe. Then we could PO for 3 here, so there's some upside for sure. But maybe we'll just Narset into Mana Crypt and just murder them right here. Ah, so close. Take a top. They countered the last top, so I think we're like okay. I think we're okay. Obviously the Narset's going to die to the Lurrus, but I guess I could spin now. Do anything for me spinning now? Maybe I wanted to wait. Black Lotus, Demonic Tutor, Ox Opal. Interesting. We could just Demonic for Tinker next turn. Or we could just take Opal and PO and maybe do all of it. Probably just want to. We probably just want to order this with the Opal first, and then just go for a PO. Yes, unfortunately, opponent does have creatures in play, so our Narset is not great. Agreed. Agree to agree. Opponent can also bobble us and know we have PO. I don't know if they've already revealed. We haven't revealed PO yet, but I don't know. If opponent doesn't find a third force of will, I feel like we just go off, right? I feel like this game is still within reach. Yeah, that might be a good emote. They find a... Oh, it's a Bob? I don't care about a Bob. This deck just looks so medium. Ugh. Alright, chat. Moment of truth. I know I have a demonic on top, but if this resolves... I guess if this gets countered, we're going to be drawing into demonic, so we would rather use our academy. We do lose our top. If that just resolves? Okay. Okay. So do we just tinker, right? Gotta be tinker here. $15 life with the top should be good enough. Opponent did a lot of things, but maybe we just tinker and win. I guess they could have a Assassin's Trophy, right? That could be a problem. So maybe we didn't want to do a Citadel. Why can't I cast this off the top? Anyone know why I can't cast this spell? Why can't I cast my repeal? My Lavinia? Why is this based on my opponent? It says XC controls two. Did I just Lavinia myself? Did Magic Online just bug and Lavinia myself? No, that would be bad. It always says that? Okay. I don't know why I can't cast this off the top. Doesn't make much sense. I feel like I got bug. I feel like it was a bug. Why is my opponent still not just F6? I don't know. I don't know why I did that. I don't think my opponent has anything. I'd rather just pick it up for a more card draw. Alright, we should win now. Alright, now we have Mystical for Time Walk, so the game is over. Let's go! Fuck yeah. I should be able to cast my repeal on X's 0 targets. So I should be able to cast it on any of the Moxen, anything like that. I think it was just a bug. Really lucky we had a top. If we didn't have a top, we would have just got bugged out and lost the match. It would have been crazy. All right, so we're against Bug. We're gonna bring in Lavinia, and we're gonna bring in Blyso Colossus. And we're gonna bring in Fluster, and Swords, and Island. And then we're going to board out one top, one Opal, one Hercules. Top, one Opal, one Hercules. Maybe 2 Opals. What was the other card I was boarding out here, guys? Do you remember? Do you remember what the other card I boarded out here was? I don't remember what the other card I boarded out here. The other card I boarded out versus Bug. I already boarded one top out. I don't like boarding out both tops. Maybe it's just a preordain? I don't know. Repeal? I don't really know if it was a repeal. Like, they play Collector Oof. Kind of want your repeals, but maybe we don't need all of the repeals. I boarded in a land because I wanted to play around Wasteland out of their deck. And I also boarded out Opal, so it makes a little bit more sense to bring in a little more mana. Maybe I'll bring out like a repeal, or maybe I'll just a preordain. Boarding out a repeal seems really suspect against like the Oof deck, but we do have like a lot of swords and balances in on my deck now. I feel like whatever, I'll just board out a preordain. All right. Really happy we were able to take that game. Opponent played a lot of powerful cards and we were still able to figure it out. We can't get one more. So close. So close, yet so far. I'm gonna mulligan. What are these hands? These hands are so bad. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. It's just not good enough. Okay. Keep. Hopefully opponent doesn't play a Lurrus on turn 1. Had some really suspect hands today. Oh my god. Alright, well, we're gonna go to game 3, I guess. Clearly we can't. Look at this cat. Not a good hand to go to 5 against. Lotus is pretty good in the cat deck when you always have it. to an Arcanine. Ah, chat. We did not draw very well today. And this not today. We've drawn okay today. Just this game was not a good one. Not a bad hand to waste against opponents. Not draw here. I guess I should have played around days. I didn't play around days. I can't beat Spell Pierce either, so I'm just gonna concede if they Spell Pierce this. It's not worth playing out. Should have played around days though. Oh, it was just days. Yeah. Yeah, that was a misplay. There's no reason not to play around days there. Go to the game 3. It's fine. I don't even know what our Narset hits there that gets us out of it. Like just Ancestral, right? We're just gonna be like outvalued on every turn of the game for the rest of that game, so maybe we should have mulled. I mean, I don't think you can mulligan again after had Lotus Narset. Obviously that's worse on the draw, but like opponent has to have like a fast mana for it to be that bad. All right, on the play. What do we got? How about turn 1 Tinker for Blightsteel with Force backup? I feel like that's reasonable at this point, right? Oh no, Tinker for Blightsteel, not Blightsteel in my opener. This is such a good hand besides that too. If this was any like action spell, I would snap this hand off. 2 Moxen, misstep, removal. Good try, deck. This is unreal. Oh my god, why are we mulliganing 5 times in the last round? We just have not had remotely keepable hands. Opponent didn't even mulligan. We've mulliganed 4 times in the last 2 games. Okay, this hand's good. I'll keep. I'd rather been Repeal or Ancestral. Sorry, would I rather been Repeal or Land? I think I want to rather have Repeal. Sure hope this resolves, chat. Sure hope this resolves. Alright, well, we get to play Magic. That's good. Still not very optimistic, but gotta work with what we got. Why is opponent wait so long? Imagine if we got forced there. Holy shit, we just wouldn't be able to play Magic. So even though I have swords up, it's very unlikely I'll cast swords on this turn to play around days. Ancestral. I think there's like a chance that we could top 8 if we lost, but there's a lot of X2s, so it's kind of a crapshoot. There were what, 9 X? We assume that there were 4 people who win. We're gonna assume that there's like 2 open slots. 81 players. I'm gonna assume there's about 2 open slots for X2s. I did the math in between last round, so. Alright, opponent didn't have a Lotus this time, chat. Crazy, I know. It's just so crazy. So I can choose to cycle a repeal here if I want to. Opponent could have Force of Vigor in their deck, even though we've only seen blue cards from them. It's something to be wary of. But I feel like we would rather just hold this repeal to time walk our opponent. So I feel like I'm just gonna like play out the Moxen and pass. We can cast anything in our deck besides Citadel, actually. So we just need to find some action. Yo's a great draw. Plenty of other good draws as well. Yeah. Oh, it's red. Oh shit, it's red. Okay, so that means they have Pyroblasts? Does this mean it's like a Sokka deck? I didn't even know they had red in their deck, chat. I did not even know they had red in their deck. That's how crazy the first 2 games were. Unfortunately not Crandom. Blue 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 is really hard to cast. I've tried, so Did they have an Arcanist last game? You might say that. I don't remember last game, okay? We didn't really play a game last game. I'm gonna get thought seized here. Ah, gross. Okay. I assume they just take our swords. Obviously, the repeal has the cycling on it, but I feel like the swords is probably more powerful. Swords, okay. Are you gonna have a follow-up creature? Sure. Alright, we're definitely just gonna bounce this. Time walk our opponent, draw an extra card. Bounce this. Draw force of will. Draw. Pio. Pio. I mean, we don't really want to force a Dark Confidant when they have a Lurrus deck, but probably will just to buy us some time. Not really fine. Not really fine. Strip mine, sure. Please play Lurrus. Please play Lurrus. That's all I want is them to play their Lurrus here so I can force it. Gonna hold up Pyroblast. What is this? Cruise? Well, I have to just force this, fortunately. Arcanist. Grudge. Tinker. Fuck. All right. Well, that's a Tinker. I don't want to get Tinker if opponent has 2 artifact removal spells. So I don't want to cast this Vampiric yet. Drew a Lotus, huh? All right. So you play a cat, replay a Bob. Can't grudge right now. I guess they could grudge if they replay Lotus. Yogg will good enough. Depends on if we get strip mined, I think. They went for Lotus so that they could wait. Oh, they floated green off the first one. What are they making with all this blue mana? They have a Snap Time Walk? Okay. Not the worst thing that's ever happened. They're not gonna get a Bob draw this turn. They have 1 card left in their hand. They're not getting a Bob draw this turn. I think we're okay. What is this? Naya? No! Alright, well, now we're not yet. Now we're not. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, we're on the Tinker plan, chat. On the Tinker plan. That's fine. They have to have force. All we have is Tinker Colossus, right? We can balance them. We have Tinker Colossus and we have balance. Balance takes their hand and a land and all their creatures. Oh, they could have days too. Maybe we just want to go with balance. Blightsteel doesn't win right away though. They get to draw like a million cards beforehand. I'm not convinced that Blightsteel is good enough to even win this game. The opponent gets to draw off of their Dark Confidant and off of their Spell Bomb. We don't play a particularly great long game either, so that's another reason balance might not be good. But I'm not 100% sure that Tinker is going to be good enough here. I'm gonna balance. I think tinkering is too greedy. They probably have no answers for Colossus besides days and force. But they can just block and like draw cards and stuff. All right, show me your force. If not, we take your hand and your Underground Sea and all your creatures. All right, we live. What do they have? They had Lightning Bolt, days. They had days, chat. They fucking had days. Oh, let's go. Feels so good to play correctly. Holy shit. They had days. They had days. Wow. All right. What can they top deck? Cruise? Dig? Red Horde Arcanist? Jesus Christ. Preordain's reasonable. BPO is short. They get to cast a Ponder. I feel like we just want to see new cards. I feel like we just want to see new cards. Oh. Alright, opponent gets to flashback, Ponder, or Lightning Bolt. It's a good draw from the opponent, for sure. They chose to shuffle. That's a plus. It's a plus. Choosing to shuffle here is good for the home team. Down for Tinker. Tinker would be fine draw. Rainstorm. Could just like opponent hit a land. Unfortunate. Tinker! Maybe I'm not even supposed to. Maybe I'm just supposed to wait. I'm not supposed to cast it here. There's nothing I can draw off this. Though I did just expose myself to double bolt. If he thought seizes, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Because that means they're not brainstorming or bolting me. I'm okay with them thought seizing. I don't think they would thought seize there ever. This sucks. Yep. I agree. No! Ah! Fucking crazy. Up shit.